Okay, you can see here my Steam library. Now I really like Steam, and especially launching games through Steam because of the way it handles controllers. The big picture mode is great because it can be controlled with a controller. You can just launch your games on your TV. It's pretty slick. But when you add games that are not Steam games to your game library, they show up just as blank entries, and it kind of looks ugly compared to the other games. So I'm going to show you how you can add your games to the Steam library with images, just like this Mario Kart 8 here that I have. Okay, let's go ahead and open a web browser, and we're going to go to Steam Grid DB. Okay, and there'll be a link to this site in the description of the video. And this is a really cool site because it has all kinds of um, images that you can use in Steam for just about any game. So the game that we downloaded was Donkey Kong. Not Kong. Tropical Freeze. Okay, and it comes up here. I'm going to click on the See All 10 Assets. And it's got a bunch of different images and image types for us. Okay, so we need to basically download 4 images. Let's go back to Steam. We need to download the poster view, like you see here. Okay, we need to download this background image here, the banner, and we need to download this logo. We also need to download a 4th image just for big picture mode. Let me show you what big picture mode looks like. Okay, you can see these are kind of wide um, instead of posters, they're wide. And this is really the only place where these images are displayed. If you don't use big picture mode, then you don't necessarily have to do this, but I set it up for all of them that way anyway. Let's go ahead and go back to our browser. And I'm going to pick out some images here. This looks like a good poster image. Download, save image as. Now you can save these images again wherever you want. I am probably going to put them, I put them all in one folder. You can put them in the same folder as the game as downloaded, or you can put them wherever you want. The thing I want to mention is though, Steam does not cache the images. So once we tell Steam what images we want to use, if we move them, they will no longer show up in Steam. So you'll have to go back and add them back in at their new location. I'm just going to give this a name. I'm going to call it Donkey Kong Poster. Okay. Go back here. I need to grab one of these wide ones. I'm going to refer to these as the icon for the big picture mode. So it looks like we have 5 of those. And it doesn't really matter which one you pick. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this one. I like the way that one looks. And I'm going to call that Donkey Kong icon. Go back here. We need 2 more. We need the wide banner. They call it a hero. And we need the logo. So I'm going to grab this hero. Download. Save as. Donkey Kong hero. And then I'm going to grab the last one, which is the icon. Excuse me, it's the logo. Okay. Now I have all the images. I can go ahead and close the web browser. Now in Steam, what I need to do is I need to add Cemu as a new game. So I'm going to click the Add Game button down here in the bottom. Add a non-Steam game. Browse. And then you want to point it towards wherever your Cemu is installed, okay? So there it is, cemu.exe, okay? And then I'm going to click Add Selected Programs, and you can see I've got now a Cemu entry. I'm going to right-click on that and go to Properties, and it's going to bring up the shortcut menu. I'm going to change the title of the shortcut to be the title of the game. Okay. And then I'm going to click on this C here, and I'm going to change it. I'm going to go wherever it was I downloaded my images at, okay? Need to find that and select it. Downloaded images, Wii U. And then you need to change the type. For some reason, it wants to look for an executable. It wants to get the icon from an executable, but we're going to use just plain images instead. So you can either choose image files or all files. I'm looking for Donkey Kong icon. Select that, open. Okay, so that's the icon I want. Now we need to change this target field here to actually point to our game. So what I need to do is I need to go to where the game is installed at, or where the game actually exists at, sorry. Okay, and then I need to find the code, and what we're looking for here is an RPX file. And they're going to have funny names. Some of them will be called Turbo. This one, for instance, is RS10 production. I don't know what that means. But we need the RPX file, okay? And what we really need is the path to that RPX file. So in Windows 10 here, you can just click Home. You notice I've selected that RPX file. Click Home, and then select the Copy Path here. Now it's going to copy the full path to that file to my clipboard. So I'll come back to the Steam Properties window, and at the end, I'm going to type -G for game, and then space, and then I'm going to paste in the path to my RPX file, and then I'm going to type a space -F, and the -F is going to tell it to launch that game in full screen. Now, if you didn't use the full screen option in the Cemu settings, you can override it with this so that it always does it in full screen. Okay, and that's it. Now I'm going to close this shortcut window. So if I click on it, I'm going to go to the details page, and I want to right click on the black, the empty space, and I want to set a custom background. And I'm going to go to wherever it was that we downloaded our images at. And then I'm going to select that Donkey Kong Hero. Open that. Okay, that looks great. I'm going to right click on this again, and this time I'm going to set a custom logo. And we're looking for Donkey Kong logo right there. Open. Perfect. Now I need to switch this back. Go back to the home. You can see I've got this, but the poster is missing. Right click, manage, set custom artwork. And I'm going to choose the Donkey Kong poster. Open. Done. Now, one very, very, very important thing. If you're going to open games in Steam, you need to do one other thing in your settings. And I just realized this the other day. It was causing me a lot of problems. You need to click on Steam Settings. Down here under shader pre-caching, you need to make sure this is unchecked. What if that's checked? What that's going to do is that's going to make certain shaders not show up in your games. It was bugging me for a long time. Certain things in games were missing, like in Mario Kart 8. Parts of the track were missing, and some of them were unplayable. And I realized it was because of this shader pre-caching that that Steam does. So just make sure that is unchecked. All right, and then let's go ahead and see if this plays. And there we go. Buttons work, everything works. Perfect. And there you go. That's how you set that up. I did that with all my games, and then that way I can just launch them all that way. The easiest way to exit out of that, of course, is using your controller to bring up the overlay screen. I did that by pressing the guide button, the Xbox button, or the PlayStation button, or the home button if you have a Nintendo controller, and then just going down to exit shortcut, and that'll bring you back to Steam. There you go.